With all the ridiculous finishes we've gotten so far in the playoff bubble, it should come as no surprise that we had yet another one last night at the end of the Raptors-Celtics game. And when Marc Gasol got pulled out of position and Daniel Theis got the game-winning dunk, it was a thrilling ending that essentially put the Celtics in the conference Wait, say that again? Wait, what happened? You're kidding. Alright, cue the music. And when OG Anunoby flung this shot into the stratosphere, no one was really sure what was going to happen as the last half second ticked off the clock until it landed and saved the Raptors season. This Celtics team has been giving it to the Raptors, and it looked like the best team in the East so far. What's the difference? Kemba Walker. But it's not just his offense that has elevated them, since we've seen plenty of impressive bucket getters at that position over the past several years. No, it's his defense that sets him apart. Watch how he doesn't give up on a play even if he gets screened off his man. This kind of contest from behind could be more disruptive than a challenge from the front these days. This kind of energy allows the big man to stay sunk low and in position as he again hustles around Gasol to fly by and affect the Van Vliet shot. And he makes Kyle Lowry aware of his presence down low, the biggest fear NBA shooters have, as he skirts by and influences the shot to be long. Kemba is always willing to give up his body for the team. He's in perfect position to take this charge against Van Vliet as he reads the footwork and takes away the angle. And early in the fourth, with Toronto surging, this momentum killer was awesome, and clearly the result of film study, as this wasn't a guess, folks. Kemba knew Van Vliet was going to try a windmill Euro to the right side and was in legal guarding position to draw the foul and force the Raptors into a turnover. But this might have been the most impressive thing I saw from him on defense all night. He does his best to lock and trail Norman Powell around the Anunoby pin down, and even though he's left needing to switch but realizing it too late, look at him stop on a dime, accelerate like a madman, and not only deflect this pass for a surefire dunk, but to continue the pursuit against a much stronger player until the possession was regained. Wow! Of course, there's the immense offensive skill he possesses, like his gallop dribble that leads to a quick release as he gathers and jumps almost simultaneously to catch Gasol off guard. Aside from his impressive drives and his ability to knock down three-pointers, he's got one of the best mid-range games in the business with his step-backs, and this key shot to break the tie by fading away from the defense along the baseline was key. Let's move to the third quarter and examine what the Raptors did offensively to hurt the Celtics in this game. Down 9 and struggling mightily to score, Lowry crosses over Kemba. Let's face it, even the best defenders get beat several times a game, and then watch how he hops into Theis' space to get him out of the way before laying it up. The Celtics have been very concerned with the Raptors' fast break, and here's why. Even Marcus Smart can't stop Van Vliet one-on-one as he bursts into the middle and then alters the cadence of his 1-2 to throw off Jaylen Brown coming to help for the nifty lefty layup. There are few players tougher than Van Vliet, and he doesn't wait for Brown to get in the stance, crossing him over near half court and then muscling to the basket before needing a double pump to allow Brown to drift out of the way and finish this one soft on the way down. Siakam has struggled mightily in this series, shooting a miserable 18% from 3, so I don't blame Tatum at all for inviting the shot by giving him 10 feet of space. And this is one of only 2 he's hit in the 3 games total. It should come as no surprise that the Raptors would go right at Enes Kanter in the pick and roll, and the little right foot jab step causes Kanter to jab his right foot below the dotted line. That's too much space for a shooter like Lowry. They do it again here, and this time the screen is to the middle of the floor. Lowry tries to put Wanamaker in jail, and in his zeal to get back between his man and the ball, he gets caught watching the fadeaway jump shot go in the hoop. And that brings us to the final minutes of this insanity. Tie game, under 4 to go, and we have the Tatum-Theis pick and roll. Gasol was to the outside to contain, but Tatum rejects it to get in middle. Good help by Siakam to thwart this, but they flip the screen. Van Vliet is the lowest guy and should be in the lane, but it's too little too late as Theis hammers it down. Great defense on the ball reversal by Tatum almost completely blows up this possession, and now the Raptors have got the shot clock working against them. Gasol slips this screen when the Celtics show a double on the ball, but look where Siakam is. He should be spaced to the corner. As a result, Van Vliet tries to exploit an opening, but the pocket pass is stolen when Siakam's man was just standing there waiting for it. Toronto did a great job to hustle back and recover, up until the point Anunoby doesn't recognize that it's already a 3-on-3 down below and he needs to pick up Brown trailing. Nice find by Smart, and the Celtics are looking to put this away. Considering how difficult it was to score in this game, a bucket here would be a real nail in the coffin. Watch how Toronto guards this. Instead of having Marc Gasol follow his man Tice up to the ball screen, they switch this so a more mobile Siakam can be involved. Because of that, the Celtics flow into the next option, a handoff. Notice that the defense switches, and to eliminate a mismatch down low, Gasol is there to scram Anunoby out of there. Tatum loses his dribble, probably should have given it to Kemba here, but instead burps up a terrible shot at the shot clock buzzer. The Raptors run horns with a double high post and the corners filled, and initiate with the high post entry. Gasol's a great passer, so it was surprising to me he missed Lowry coming off the slice cut to the basket wide open. But it flows into the handoff, and when VanVleet can't create anything, Lowry takes advantage of too much room Smart gave him to be in help position, and he gets right to the hoop for the strong finish. Again, watch how Toronto is trying to keep Gasol out of the pick and roll. This is the future of team defense, folks. They cheat Siakam up, waiting for Tice to come up in ball screen, but the Celtics combat this by cutting Tice to the weak side and hitting the open Brown on the wing. Nice X out to cover the driver in the corner, and while the shot doesn't go in, tremendous effort by Tice to keep it alive, and just a great quick pass by Tatum gets the Celtics another 4-point lead. If you're a coach who wants even more insights into the game, you have to download the Home Court app and join the B-Ball Breakdown Coaches group. I've been posting a lot of my thoughts about the game, and together we can grow this into a vibrant community filled with the latest cutting-edge information on the game. And if you're not using Home Court to help train your team, you're at a severe disadvantage. With Lowry and VanVleet out there, I really don't know why they would have chosen their third best option, a Siakam post up on Brown, who had already tortured Siakam a few times down low already. Watch the footwork on this spin back to the baseline. Had he planted the left foot inside the restricted area, he would have been able to lay this in with the left hand. Instead, he executes the kind of footwork you'd see for an 18-foot jump shot, and it allows Brown to block him yet again. Smartly, they go back to the pick and roll with Lowry and Gasol, and it might have taken them a second try, as Lowry uses his shoulder into Tice during the dribble this time before hopping into an inside hand layup. With time running out, VanVleet gets a little bit of an opening, and they wanted to get the 2-for-1, so he lets it fly. Luckily for the Raptors, it's a long rebound right to OG, and on the reset, it just so happens the Celtics were forced to match up with VanVleet outside with Tice, who does a valiant job contesting the shot, but VanVleet is too good as he varies the cadence of his feet into the jump and then switches hands on the way down to put this in. All-time impressive skill on the finish. Tie game, no shot clock, and again, the Raptors live switch Lowry onto Tice so he can be part of the defense on Kemba. But the Celtics again cut Tice through, then bring Smart up, forcing Gasol to be part of the pick and roll. With the short clock, I get why Gasol would want to fly up there and double Kemba and let Smart beat them. And it almost worked to perfection until Kemba gets one last crossover that nearly brought him down to the ground. Lowry steps up as the low man, and Siakam is supposed to sink down as the farthest man. This doesn't happen, and Tice throws it down with a mere half second left on the clock. The extra dribble to the wing probably froze Siakam, and then the gorgeous backhand pass was on the money. With almost no time left, Stevens is worried about a lob to the rim, so he puts 7'6" Taco Fall into the game to contest the inbounds. However, with this bubble setup, look how much extra room Lowry gets to throw it in. It's easily 3 feet farther back without courtside seats. Our friends at Lucio drew up the play Nick Nurse designed. They bring number 3 Anunoby from the strong side to the weak side to clear out space. Number 33 Gasol then sets a screen for 23 VanVleet, looking for the ball, before continuing to set the pin down for number 43 Siakam as a secondary action. With defense, you can see that the Celtics zoned this, allowing Tatum to ignore Anunoby and help cover the VanVleet cut. When Gasol pin downs for Siakam, he would normally release to the rim looking for a lob, but they switch this and Brown stops him cold. So that leaves their only other choice, OG 50 feet away in the corner. This pass is hard to throw. Too high and it takes too long to get there. Too low and Fall is touching it and ending the game. The fact Lowry throws this as an overhead pass so accurately is even more impressive, and Anunoby takes care of the rest, using the slightest dip on the catch to get some power and then tossing it up over Brown's contest. It was all he could do to get it off quickly enough, and when the buzzer sounded, the whole season was on the line for the Raptors, and as it nestled in the rim, there was a gasp all across Canada. While they should rejoice in this incredible finish, it only serves to hide the fact that they have some serious issues they need to address heading into Game 4, or else the Raptors will be packing their bags and heading out of the bubble soon. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe for more playoff breakdowns coming up. We'll have at least one a day during the postseason, so turn on those notifications so you can be alerted right away. You in?